Welcome back to Stream It. We're continuing our Oscar run, which it's this weekend, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the last
Sunday.
one.
The last part.
So we're gonna guess.
We've made a month out of
We've
the
done-
We
Oscars.
have.
We've done four episodes,
Oscar-related-
4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like
I
I,
mean, this
haven't
is a
even
big
like really
deal.
been thinking about it. We've just been
Right.
doing it. So this will be the episode where we finally make some guesses at who might win. But we're narrowing it down to director, all the actors,
Right.
and Best Picture. Just because there's too
None
many.
of the technical awards.
Yeah.
No sound mixing.
Some of them are just like I haven't seen a lot of or best foreign film. Like
Right.
unfortunately, I have not seen
Yeah, I
any
know.
of those.
We'll also update how well we've done watching all of the movies.
Right.
See who's
Because-
watched the
Yeah.
I think just getting a feel around the office we didn't do that good.
Yeah. The time went faster than I expected
Right.
it
most.
to.
We've been busy.
Yeah.
Okay, so staying in theme, the opening question is, what is your favorite Oscar snub? So you wish it won.
I'm taking it back to 1975.
Wow. Oh,
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest beat
that's a
out Jaws for Best Picture.
Oh.
I mean, One Flew swept that year, but I mean, Jaws. It's Jaws. Come on.
That's a good
It's
one.
just one of those things in
I mean,
hindsight.
those are both classic movies.
They're both classics, but Jaws is like the classic.
Yeah, I think everybody talks about Jaws just because it's a giant
Right.
shark.
Wasn't Jaws
I mean, Nurse
underappreciated
Ratched-
at the time?
Yeah, it won. Well, it didn't win any awards.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Nurse
it won.
Ratchet's-
It won like editing and something else, and like sound
That makes sense.
and
Sound.
score. John Williams won
Yeah.
for score. So
Nurse
At least
Ratched
they
might
got
be
that
one of the
right.
biggest villains
Villains.
ever.
but I'd argue the shark is one of the biggest villains ever.
True.
Did you ever watch Ratchet? Like
I
the
didn't,
show?
no.
The prequel? Me either.
I did see
They made a
that came out.
prequel
They
show
did.
to
Sarah
One Flew-
Paulson plays Nurse Ratchet.
Wow,
Why she got so ratchety.
Yeah.
great.
Wait, is that where that comes from? Is ratchety a
I
word?
don't
people say
think
like
so. Yeah, that is a word.
I'm surely it was
I think it's spelled
back
different.
then.
yeah, it's
Like
gotta
now,
be.
like when people say ratchet, I think it's
Oh,
with
there's
a T
there's
instead
a
of a
slang
D.
term for it.
Yeah, but I don't think it came from like her name.
Right.
Right. I mean, that'd be crazy though if it did.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe
Just
you never know.
cinema.
It does feel
Right.
weird saying her name
Shaping
though,
culture.
without it just sounding like you're saying like she's
You're
ratchet.
ratchety, yeah. I'm gonna go with The Dark Knight, 2008. That
Almo-
was epic.
Almost put it on, but yeah.
I'm glad you went elsewhere.
Well,
but
I was surprised to learn in my research for snub movies, it didn't even get nominated for
I
Best
thought it
Picture.
did. I thought it did, or it didn't.
I don't think it got nominated for Best Picture.
Oh, it won like a sound mixing. I
Right.
feel like maybe sound
Right, it's
mixing
one of
is
those
like
things.
Best Picture 2, like level B, because like all these great movies that are like
Right.
super crazy. They're like,
just
oh, we're not
like,
gonna give
"Ah."
you Best Picture because it's like too much, but it was such a good movie, and like
Right. Have a
the sound
sound
mixing
have a
was
sound
really
award.
good.
I feel like all the big superhero blockbustery things that were too fun for Best Picture,
Right.
Yeah.
they get the sound awards because
Exactly.
they have the big sound and whatnot.
So yeah, next year when Transformers has come out,
Mhm.
I hope it wins Best Sound.
It's
Mixing.
gonna win Best Sound because it's
Has Transformers ever been nominated?
It won a
For sound?
sound mixing one. One of the
That
first
made
ones.
sense.
there's
'Cause
a lot
it was
of
incredible.
noises.
Yeah.
So
and
many.
they balanced it correctly. They mixed it well.
It made you believe that it was real life.
I think if The Dark Knight came out today, like after we've had so many conversations about like our superhero movies, good movies, I think now would be like, yes, it is a good movie.
Yeah,
And
it
get some
it was
more
ahead of its time.
right, get some more Academy consideration.
That one was like a drama thriller though.
Right. Right. That was a
That's-
good movie that happened to be about Batman.
Right.
But all the Academy saw was, oh, it's
Superhero.
Batman comic book movie. Who cares?
Wasn't
cult
Black
following.
Panther nominated for Best Picture? Or am I
It
making
might have
that
been.
up? Like the first one.
I don't know.
Because I think it was one of the first. in some category, it was one of the first Marvel movies to ever be nominated.
I'm okay that Marvel's not winning Best Picture. I mean, like Endgame was awesome,
Yeah.
but that's because of all the buy-in you had like around
Yeah.
it, and like they're kind of like quirky, funny superhero movies.
Right.
But The Dark Knight was not that. That was like an epic film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I feel like it was in a league of its own. It probably.
I am really happy to see Angela Bassett getting nominated for supporting actress
Yes.
for Black Panther. Like that's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like
She's good.
people after Endgame were like Robert Downey Jr. should be nominated for Iron Man,
Yeah.
but because he was playing a quirky superhero,
Right.
then he didn't really, get a pass.
Yeah.
Like Love and Thunder is not gonna be.
Right? No,
No.
yeah,
No.
I'm okay with that not winning.
They won't even get sound.
Right. Yeah, no, not even no.
Mine is kind of cliche. It's the 2017 La La Land Best Picture
That
snub.
one was controversial.
I mean, it was just like everyone will remember that for
Yeah.
forever
Right.
because it was just so crazy and uncomfortable.
Right.
So what was
They
it? That
goofed
one
it.
in Moonlight.
Moonlight.
And what happened?
So they announced La La Land, and the whole cast and crew of La La Land came up on stage, started to give an acceptance speech, and then they realized their mistake, came back out and corrected it. And like the director of La La Land had to be like, "Oh, we didn't win. It was Moonlight. It was Moonlight," and like they shuffled off of stage.
Oh my God, I do remember that.
But like Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling were like laughing. I think
Right.
they were like, "This is so uncomfortable."
Yeah.
But I did genuinely like. I think that's like one of the best movies, and I wish it won. I also like Moonlight was really good. It had like great cinematography and stuff like that.
Right.
I didn't like love the movie,
Right.
and I loved La La
I
Land.
feel like La La Land was like iconic. Like it was so different, and like
Yeah,
it was just made it like a mark on cinema. Like at that year, and yeah, that should have been enough. Like even no matter how good the other movie was, it was still just like a typical other movie. I feel like
Yeah.
I didn't see it, so I don't really know, but that's the vibe. I
This
got.
movie was so bland. I didn't see it.
No,
but-
I'm sure it was great, but like it's just
right.
La La Land was very different from any other movie.
yeah.
Like a
And-
musical, but it
No,
was like
yeah, I get it.
done differently and cool, and like that I think is enough. That just like creativity. won
And they
it.
took two actors that like aren't known for like musical theater,
Yeah,
and they like held their own in it. It was just yeah.
yeah, I agree.
I feel passionate
I
about
mean,
it.
Ryan Gosling saved jazz, so
Yeah.
I have heard that is a jazz movie with no black people.
yeah.
So that's not great, but
That is true. That's true. John Legend he sings
shows
one
up.
song,
He shows up
and it's like one of the best songs.
an hour in.
but for what it is, it was iconic for that.
Yeah.
I mean,
year.
honestly, the HUD-TV Awards parody of that La La Land song, that should have won Best Picture.
I wish I
Right?
was here for that so bad. When I first saw that, I was so upset.
That was fun.
When Tom sprints across the field.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know him at the time, but I was like, dang, that's so cool.
And then, I mean, you should have, not to give you more FOMO, but you should have been there. But then at the end, when you and Dan burst in, Dan's wearing his motorcycle helmet. And we're like, whoa, they just,
How did they do that?
was this live the whole time? Wow.
Oh, because you guys were watching the video?
We were watching the video.
As they came.
Miss Chilton deserves Best Actress. She was like, they're late. I don't know where they are. They told me to play this intro
I didn't
video.
know
so
this
here
whole
we go."
part.
Yeah, this
And
was
then
for like the HUD-TV like awards ceremony we decided to do.
The one year.
One and
But
done.
I didn't realize that like you
It was
guys
just an
genuinely
intro.
thought they were like,
No, yeah,
late.
Miss Chilton. She put on this performance. She's like, oh, they're late. I don't know where they are. Here's this video they gave me. And then they burst in at the end. And we're like,
that is
these guys.
so funny. How many people were in the mini theater for
I'm gonna
this?
12.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Right.
Were there like
the 12
parents
students.
there?
Maybe a couple.
Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was decently filled up. I mean, it was anyone who did anything at HUD TV that year, like, was there.
Yeah, and we had a lot.
Like, no
going
matter
on.
how small. Right. And that was one of the big years.
Yeah.
They played that video at like other schools at the end of the year though, because that's how I heard about it. My mom saw it.
They played it at the
Like other Hudson schools.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
No,
Marlboro's
not
just like, hey, check out what HUD-TV's doing.
It was like an end of
they
the year
showed it at
thing.
the end
yeah,
of
yeah.
the year all teacher meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Because then my mom showed me, and I was like, what?
So we're gonna have to link to this video for anybody that
Right.
wants to check it out.
Can we do another one?
Right.
So I can be in
Yeah.
it?
Okay.
Yeah, which musical theater Best Picture nominee are we gonna parody this year?
Are there even any?
We could do an Elvis song.
Oh, gosh.
Oh god.
I'll work on my Elvis impression. That'll stay with me for 2 years.
You could do your hair
Yeah, pull it
up,
off.
maybe.
Yeah, give it a bit of a swoop.
Yeah. That was a good quick question.
It
Yeah,
was.
That generated so much conversation.
Okay. So moving into the Oscar nominations. I didn't put it in any order, but we have director, lead actress, lead actor, supporting actress, supporting actor, best picture.
Why don't we like we could each read one off and then we can go around and say that way you're not reading everything.
Yeah. Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, sure. But you can start with director if you want.
Sure.
show us how it's done.
Oh, some of these names are kind of hard to say. Okay, director. Martin McDonagh. Sure.
Just say it, and then
The
we
Banshees.
just have to accept it.
Yeah, The Banshees of Inisherin.
Nice.
Daniel Kwan and Daniel
The Daniels.
The
Schennert.
Daniels.
The Daniels.
The Daniels.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Steven Spielberg, The Fablemans. Todd Field, Tar. Ruben Ostlund, Triangle of Sadness.
All right.
It's kind of hard when you haven't seen
Tough
a lot
crowd.
of these movies.
I know.
Yeah, when we
So we're
get to
predicting-
Best Picture, we'll see how everyone did.
We're predicting the best director.
Yes.
I think this might be biased because the only one I've seen is Everything Everywhere All at Once. But it was so like cool and well done that I feel like it's gonna win, even though I haven't seen these other ones. I've seen trailers to these other ones, so I feel like I have a little bit of a basis. And
Right, and I feel like we're decently keen on some of the buzz.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of buzz pre-Oscars, so
Right.
I feel like
so I'm gonna go with the Daniels.
I'm gonna agree with that.
Nice.
Go Lions. Represent. Yeah, I think the Daniels, like you said, from what I've heard, I'm watching it like in 2 days because Pat has Peacock.
Oh,
So I'm like, hey, I know we're doing stuff, but while I'm there, can I use your Peacock account? But yeah, from what I've heard, yeah, it's one of those crazy
Yeah.
films that
It was- yeah.
you know, revolutionary.
it was almost
Whereas everything else, good movies, I'm sure, but right, Everything Everywhere All at Once feels like a step up.
right, and it had that like complicatedness that I feel like you could easily get lost in, and I think these guys like saw it through and made it make sense, and that's like just knowing the concept and how complicated it kind of was, they made it work, and I feel like that's enough to get the win, get the W.
I'm going to agree.
Yes.
I was going to
Shock.
say the same point is like, it's a movie that has so much going on, and like I'm assuming the plot is kind of like, you know, it's like a multiverse thing.
Right, exactly.
Which is
Great.
really
Anytime
hard
you're dealing
to
with
pull off.
multiverses.
Yeah, so if that really falls on the director more than anyone else.
Right.
It's not like a actor-driven movie. It's more of like the technicalities.
Right.
And the director's pulling that all together, and they seem to have done a good job. And I think they won a Golden Globe already. They won one of the awards
Something.
already.
Yeah.
And usually that's a good,
So you know it's good.
lets you know who might win the Oscar. Okay. Do you want to read
All right,
lead
I'll-
actress?
I'll read lead actress.
It feels like you're the voice in the Oscars who like reads the list.
Yeah.
And it shows all their faces.
The nominations
The
are
nominees are Kate Blanchett for Tar, Ana de Armas for Blonde, Andrea Riseborough for To Leslie, Michelle Williams for The Fablemans, and Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Nice.
Do you have any buzz on any of this?
I'm gonna go gut feeling. I feel like this is Michelle Williams' award.
Really?
I feel like she gave one of those classic Oscar,
like the mom
right.
for the kid,
for yeah,
little Spielberg.
right, for little Spielberg, who's a like senior in high school, so not that little. But yeah, I feel like she gave one of those classic performances that, you know, Hollywood's just an absolute sucker for. So
Yeah.
and I haven't watched anything else. So.
Right. And Anna de Armas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you do? That's a Netflix blonde, right?
I heard Blonde as a movie was bad.
Oh, okay. I was just
Like
wondering.
one of the
that's,
worst.
What's her name? Who did she play?
She was in,
Marilyn Monroe.
Right.
So that's like an iconic role. I feel
Yeah.
like.
Right.
But no,
Right.
no,
Hollywood's
was
also a sucker for
a role like that.
right
Yeah,
biopics and whatnot.
exactly. So that raises an eyebrow there, but
That's a fair point.
if the movie wasn't good,
I heard it
wasn't
was like
received well.
disrespectful to like Marilyn Monroe.
Interesting.
Like,
Like they painted her in a bad.
yeah. So I mean, like I didn't see it, but
Man, we are.
I think that they
some
took
commentators.
liberties.
Disclaimer. We
And I
haven't
think that
seen-
the stuff that they like included in the movie, like people were like, you shouldn't have like put that in. Like some of that stuff like wasn't confirmed to be true when it happened, and it was like traumatizing things where it's like you didn't have to put that in a movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So maybe
Right.
we go
Interesting to see how that
away
shakes
from
out.
that. All right. Well, based on what we're saying here, I'm gonna go ahead and piggyback on the Michelle Williams call. From what I have seen of that movie, like she looks like she's doing a good job.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm gonna say Kate Blanchett.
Nice, good pick.
I have not seen Tar, but
Big Blanchett.
one, I feel like everyone just loves Kate Blanchett. She
doesn't?
usually does good.
Yeah.
And I've heard, word of mouth, that it's the opposite of Everything Everywhere All at Once, where it's a very like actor-driven movie. So like the movie maybe isn't that exciting, but she's so
But
good in
she's
it
pulling her weight.
that you like the movie.
Okay.
So
Put the team on her back.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it.
All right, there we go. Next category. The nominees are. Oh, lead actor. Forgot to
What
forgot
are
to
you
read
looking
it.
at?
Went right into the nominees. Next category, lead actor, and the nominees are Austin Butler for Elvis, Colin Farrell for The Banshees of Inisherin,
Inisherin?
Sharon.
Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Paul Mescal for After Sun, and Bill Nighy for Living.
If you guys just said these with some confidence, even if you're wrong, no one would know.
Names are tough. And that concludes the list.
End of
What do you
list.
think? Any buzz? So you got Elvis, who changed his voice
Yeah.
for.
I mean, that's dedication.
Forever,
Uh-huh.
probably.
Permanently scarred.
And then Brendan Fraser, who had the transformation.
The 10-minute standing ovation after the. Did you hear that?
No.
He got like maybe it was like a 7-minute standing ovation after the premiere.
I
For
did
Brendan
hear
Fraser.
that.
7 minutes of clapping.
Clapping.
Yeah.
What?
I'm going to go with Brendan Fraser.
You know how long 7 minutes is? That's insane.
It's like
Yeah.
1/15 of the movie.
I can't believe that. Sorry, this is amazing. For 7 minutes,
Yeah.
people just stood and clapped.
I guess, yeah.
I would max 30 seconds.
Imagine being
What's
like the
the longest
actors,
you
like
think you've
gets
ever-
awkward after a while.
What's
Yeah.
the longest you think you've ever clapped?
I couldn't
No
I
more
couldn't
than,
tell.
like,
Not
maybe a
7
minute?
minutes.
Maybe
a minute.
And that's if everyone else is still clapping.
And that's
then-
like at graduation when like
Right.
Yeah.
it's
More of
just
a
for the whole
continuous
class
clap.
or
Right.
something.
You have multiple people's names being read, so before your last clap dies out, you have to start your new clap.
Right.
That kind of thing.
Mm.
Sorry. Yeah. Wow. Impressive. I guess that's probably enough said. All right, sorry.
Oh, well, I'm going to go with
Yeah.
him.
Okay, yeah. I almost went with Colin Farrell, but yes, I think the story of Brendan Fraser coming back and winning this, too good. They got to give it to him.
Yeah.
Which I thought there'd be more diversity in our picks.
I'll
we've
be a
gone-
little diverse. I don't love it, but I'm gonna go with Austin Butler. I feel like there's a lot of buzz about that.
He won the Golden Globe.
There's the biopic thing. that
There's
we
the
just talked
biopic
about.
thing. I mean, he was phenomenal. So
Right.
it's not like he did bad.
Right.
Just some people have a poor taste in their mouth on how he talks now.
Seems a little over the top that
No,
you can't
I
like go
don't-
back. But I'm
Bad
permanently-
vibes.
But I'll just trying to get that, just to be right.
Right. I like the
Gonna-
pick.
Gonna go after him.
Bold choice.
All right, back to you over there.
Okay, supporting actress. The nominees are Angela Bassett for Black Panther, Hong Cho for The Whale, Carrie Condon for The Banshees of Inisherin, Jamie Lee Curtis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Stephanie Shu, I think it is, Everything Everywhere All at Once. So I'm going to
I
go
assume
with
Stephanie is the daughter, and Jamie Lee
Yes.
Curtis was like the IRS agent or whatever.
Right.
I'm going to pick Jamie Lee Curtis just because she just won an award the other week for this role. Seems to be the buzz around Jamie Lee
Right.
Curtis.
I like that. Follow the buzz.
Seems good pick.
And I haven't seen the other movies.
You didn't see Black Panther?
No, not yet.
What?
I'm
I
afraid
did-
to watch it. I don't
I
want to
did
cry.
watch it a few weeks ago. All right, based on that, Angela Bassett's performance was so good that she's making you cry before you've even seen the movie.
That's
so
true.
I'm going to pick Angela Bassett. I almost picked Jamie Lee,
Those were my top two.
but I think, man, how cool would it be? How legitimizing would it be for comic book movies to have an actress win supporting actress for a role in a comic book movie?
It's true.
Yeah. She's who I want to win.
Right.
There's a difference.
This is tough because I have seen both these movies. I'm gonna go with the Black Panther, Angela Bassett as well.
Have we picked
Might
different
be a,
picks?
Kind of a hope.
Or you picked Butler?
Yeah, we're not all the same.
I think Austin Butler was your only difference.
Was it?
Yeah. Bassett, Michelle Williams, the Daniels.
But I picked the Daniels first.
That's true.
That's true.
Got me there.
Maybe we're
Yeah,
we're too
maybe-
short. Just
yeah,
too short,
too-
circling the waters here.
Maybe we're just both right all the way down. All right. Oh, my turn. The nominees for supporting actor are Brendan Gleeson from The Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry, Causeway, Judd Hirsch, The Fablemans, Barry Kagan, The Banshees of Inisherin, and Ki Hui Kwan, Everything Everywhere All at Once. See, confidence. I got 3 of those wrong.
That was confident. Did you guess?
Huh?
Or do you know for a fact that's how you pronounce it, or did you just guess?
All 3 guesses.
Wow. You said it. I
so
believed you.
confidently. Maybe that's a good tip.
Well, I'm going to just copy how you said it.
Okay.
I'm going
Maybe
to go
shoulda-
with Ki Hui Kwan from Everything Everywhere All at Once. I really want him to
You're
win,
going for
and
an-
that's why.
for an EEAO sweep.
I didn't know what you were
WWE.
talking about.
Everything, everywhere, all
All
at
at
once.
once.
I was gonna pick him as well. He was the husband, I think, right?
Yeah.
And he was awesome.
And he has a great story too about like coming back to movies
Yeah.
and
He was
Yeah.
shortstop.
knocking it
Is
out
that
of
the
the park.
character's name?
In what?
In Indiana Jones in the Temple of
Oh,
Dooms.
yeah, that's
Doom.
right.
Shortstop
Yeah.
or
Sounds
short?
What else?
Short round.
He was in another. Oh, the Goonies. Was he in the Goonies?
He was in the Goonies.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, good for him.
So I'm hoping it's him.
Yeah. Same.
I'm gonna differ here. I'm gonna go with a Brendan sweep. I picked Brendan Fraser. Now I'm picking Brendan Gleeson here. Haven't seen it. Feels like one of those movies though, where same thing, actor driven.
Yes.
The plot doesn't really draw you in. And I almost picked Colin Farrell, so I feel like I have to pick the actor across from him for most of the movie and go with Brendan Gleeson here.
I could see that movie being a like screenplay award.
Oh yeah.
Could be.
Seems like one of those very like dialogue driven movies. Do you like Brendan Gleeson? Is he one of your favorite actors? You seem to like him.
Just because he was in Paddington 2. Literally,
That's fair.
when I was looking him up for the first, I don't know if I said this on the show before, but when I was looking up for the first draft we did of just the nominees, I looked up Brendan Gleeson, and Google has like 5 recommended movies that he's from, and I was like, I don't really recognize him in these. And then I clicked like the arrow over, and it was Paddington 2, and I was like, oh, Knuckles, the chef in Paddington 2. And I skipped over like 5 well-regarded, great movies in their own right. I was like, who is this guy?
I'm surprised that's not your Oscar snub.
Honestly,
2.
Paddington, yeah, could be. both of them.
All right, and the Best
right.
Picture category, the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Banshees of Inisherin, Ed Sheeran, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, also known as EEAAO, The Fabelmans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangles of Sadness, and Woman Talking. So before we do our picks, which
I thought I did
this
so
is
much
the big
better.
reveal. This is the big reveal. Which have you seen?
Should we hold it? Should we hold up our numbers?
Yeah.
3, 2.
that's
Nice.
bad.
Let's go.
So bad. So
Come on, guys.
I had EEAAO. Was the only
That's
one I
it?
actually watched.
I've seen Top Gun. Which is like, of all of
That's
these,
worse.
that's the worst one to be like, that's the only one I've seen.
I'll brag.
You,
I've seen Top Gun, Elvis, The Fabelmans. Saw all those in theaters.
Good job.
And then I
Wow.
saw All Quiet on the Western Front because it was on Netflix.
Oh, nice. I liked how like Avatar is one of like the biggest like releases, and none of us have
And we
seen
skipped
it.
it. Well, this is called Stream It, not go to the movies it.
True.
Right.
Right. They're lucky that we can.
And again,
watched half of these
I think
movies.
James Cameron would rather smite us where we stand than put it on streaming services. So
Yeah.
it's out of our domain, honestly.
True.
So this is kind of like hard to have an opinion.
We're going
We
solely off of
collectively
buzz.
haven't even watched half of them.
Yeah.
This is pure buzz.
And the one movie I have seen is definitely not winning. So
I don't know. Spielberg told Tom Cruise that he saved movies. So
which is so stupid because the first movie back in theaters was A Quiet Place 2. Second big
point.
movie, Black Widow. Third big movie, No Way Home. There were so many other movies
No Way
before
Home.
Top Gun.
No Way Home was a good one.
Not A Quiet Place.
Oh, right.
Quiet Place Part 2.
But No Way Home is what brought people back to the theaters because everyone wanted to see it
that
opening
one was
weekend.
crazy.
Not Top Gun. So
Yeah, that was
just
an
saying,
afterthought.
it's a lie. Top Gun got your dad back in the theater, maybe.
Yeah. Got Spielberg back in the theater.
Do you think Spielberg saw No Way Home?
No. No way.
Home.
I mean, it was the big movie in theaters at the time, and
I
if
mean, like-
Spielberg's such a big movie snob,
I would like to think that people who really liked movies would be open to seeing.
I mean,
You
I mean,
know?
Spielberg made the first summer blockbuster.
Wonder
If he
it's
didn't pay respects to the latest rendition of it and go see No Way Home,
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing.
I wonder if those if directors like going to the movies.
They probably
you gotta
maybe they just like have a private screening.
maybe
Maybe movies just get sent to them.
maybe, or
But I
like
feel like the whole time you're just gonna be like, they did that. Oh, they did that. Oh, they did that. Like the whole time.
or I feel like if they don't get invited to the premiere, they're like, guess they don't care about me.
Yeah.
Not gonna see it.
Yeah.
You gotta like movies to be a director in the first place.
I guess so. But sometimes, like, if I watch a movie and I'm in the wrong mood, I'll just be like, oh, like, why'd they do that? Oh, why'd they do that? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Your film IQ kicks in and you're like, oh, that's that. And, like, Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's annoying.
Right.
I saw the first It movie with like a group of people in college, and one of the boys, who was a film major too, was like, I couldn't even enjoy the jump scares because I just kept wondering how they did it all. I was like, shut
Yeah, that's
up.
not how you say
You're the worst. I was like, oh, well, it was a
Yeah.
great movie. You missed it. So,
Yeah.
sorry.
So did you enjoy it or not enjoy it? That's two options
For
there.
the most part, I feel like it's like they do something crazy and you're like, whoa, did you guys see that? Because that
Yeah.
was just crazy. That's the best part of having like a little bit of background in some of the like the film
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
Or like if you can pick up on like writing or like acting, that's just like some people don't even know what to look for, I feel like.
Yeah.
So if you're a little bit trained, you can be like, oh, this is incredible. Is
Right.
anyone noticing
Right.
that this is incredible?
Right. That was
And
cool
they're like-
because this.
yeah.
Like one shot, like one long takes. I'm always like, this is one take.
Yeah.
To my mom. She's like, I had no idea. I was like, yeah.
You know what? You're right. They haven't. cut
They
yet.
haven't stopped once, just saying.
And then you appreciate it a little more.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it. But
We're just stalling so we don't have to pick a winner of Best Picture.
I will
I'll
say the one that like landed on the top of my list was the one I watched, and it was everywhere, everything, everywhere, all at once.
That's fair.
So I feel like there was enough buzz, there was like enough good stuff around it that was the one, and I really liked it. So I'm just gonna stick with it. I think it has a shot.
I'm gonna go with one of the ones I didn't see, and I'm gonna stick with picking Everything Everywhere All at Once, also known as EEAAO, or EEAAO. I like EEAAO better.
And
Because
Bingo
again,
was his
just,
name. Oh.
just based on the buzz, based on the buzz, I think it's that movie's that guy.
Yeah. That's
It's that guy.
him.
Got
right?
that right. Him. Got that dog in him.
It's got Riz. I don't know. If I use that correctly or not.
I mean,
think
sort of
you
sure
did.
a little bit.
I mean, I hate to like agree,
I think we're just all
but
right.
I have to agree. The only other one I was like All Quiet on the Western Front. I feel like the Oscars love like more movies,
Mhm.
and it's a foreign film, which they also seem to love. But I do think it's Everything Everywhere All at Once. That just has all the hype, and like some of these movies, like I haven't even heard anyone talking about.
Right.
So by process of elimination.
So bonus question, which of these that you haven't seen would you like watch next?
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, okay.
Same.
You, oh,
Yeah,
right. You
yeah.
guys have seen that.
But if
But-
we're not including that,
Triangle of Sadness for me.
it's on Hulu
That's-
now.
It is?
Yes.
Because it was only for
Oh.
rent for the longest time. Sweet. If
I
my
do-
sister's watching, what's your Hulu password? I've forgotten it. And our TV signed us out, so.
And we know you're
And
watching.
we know you're watching.
I feel like I do eventually want to see Avatar just because like we started our Avatar journey in 2009, and now like
It's insane.
you've got to like go back to it. So I feel like that one would be for
Yeah.
me.
Just to spite James Cameron, I'm only going to watch it when it comes to Disney Plus.
Nice.
I don't care if it
Is
takes
it gonna be on Disney?
I don't care
Plus?
if it takes 6 years.
Is it Disney?
It is the first
I
one
think
was.
it would be, yeah.
Because the first one was on Disney Plus.
What like studio is it? 20th Century
Fox?
If it's
I think
that,
it's Fox, yeah.
they own that. That's why.
It must
Yeah.
be. Or maybe it's just maybe it's a Disney film.
Disney's
be.
Avatar.
Maybe Zoe Saldana is unofficially a
Mm,
Disney
that's true.
princess.
There have been some movies on Disney Plus that haven't understood why they're on there, but I just go with
Like
it.
you know the movie Miracle,
Love that movie.
the hockey film, just a
That's-
Disney film.
I did know
Just
that.
like Disney Pictures made it.
That's like Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
Disney. Yeah.
They just make films sometimes.
everywhere.
Just make other films.
It's funny when there's like Disney's purchase and like
Mhm.
selling history of other things. Like there's something going on with Marvel right now. I forget what it is. They own it, but they're trying to buy like rights to
Oh, some of
Hulk
the
and-
Sony characters
yeah.
because Marvel sold Sony some characters so that Sony could make the films.
Right.
And then later, Marvel was like, actually, we're really good at making our own movies.
Like Spider-Man.
Like
Right.
Spider-Man. Like they wrestled for Spider-Man.
They
but
might have to sell Hulu to
yeah.
get. I forget who it was. Hulk and somebody else. Anyway, yeah.
Hulk and I remember saying this. I forget who.
It wasn't Spider-Man.
Oh, was it the new Namora guy?
Yes, it was the guy in Black Panther.
Panther.
I pointed to you, but you haven't seen it.
But I know who you meant.
Yeah, the new guy. Yeah, apparently,
Yeah.
I guess he's a
So
big.
those two
He's a big
characters
character,
were, and they want to
which
do
I
more
guess
with them.
right. I guess they wrestled Namor away for Black Panther.
Yes.
Which cool character. I want to see more of him.
Yeah, like his little feet wings.
Yeah. I thought they were boots at first, and then later in the film, they're like, actually, they're just part of his feet.
Ugh.
Believe me, it's cool.
It's cool.
I don't think like physics wise it would ever make sense.
Honestly,
and, like be
right.
enough like
Like being
thrust
l-
for
It's like rear wheel drive.
or like Heelys for a superhero.
I think his character was so cool, but then they're like, oh shoot, he's the bad guy. So they're like, he wants to kill everyone. Yeah, he wants to kill everyone, and it's like they just threw that in last second. And you're like, oh okay, yeah, sure, he's the bad guy.
Yeah,
But like, literally,
that
up
was
to,
a cool
up to
like
that
tie-in
point,
too.
right, up to that point, you're like, I like the cut of this guy's jib. I don't see the problem here. And you're like, oh, he wants to kill everyone. That seems out of the, that seems
But
weird.
even that, it was like, oh, the world's just like a bad place, and you're like, it is bad. Like
What
maybe
does-
we should. You know, like, these guys
Thanos was
got it.
right, man.
You look at how happy they are living where.
Yeah.
Don't spoilers.
That's kind of like the first Black Panther. Like, I don't remember
Right.
the character's name.
Killmonger.
But
Michael
B.
Michael
Yeah.
Jordan. Killmonger.
Like you liked him,
Yeah.
and everything he says like makes sense.
Right.
But
It
you're
was
like,
like,
oh, just
oh.
don't do it that way.
Yeah.
He wants to kill everyone. Ah, dang it.
That's where we draw the line.
Yeah.
We don't like them, but we're not gonna kill
I
them.
guess we can't like him.
And his suit was so cool.
Yeah.
Like his Black Panther suit.
Right.
I was like, oh man, maybe just talk.
I guess they're not very good at making Black Panther villains. They keep making
like likable.
right.
Black
They keep
Panther.
making people with good ideas, and then just like, yeah. And they're like, oh, and I also want to kill everyone. And you're like, ah, dang,
You had me until
you had me a little bit there.
That's even like this one's like not as applicable, but like sometimes like Thanos was a likable character. Like he
yeah.
was like interesting,
Mm-hmm.
and even some of the times he would like talk about why he's doing it. You're like, that kind of doesn't
I know
make
half
sense.
the people gone. Like actually, like would probably be good for everything.
He's like, there's overpopulation. And you're like, yeah, there is.
so I'm
But
gonna-
just not the people I love or know. And
So I'm
like,
gonna kill everyone. You're like, ah, you had me there.
Oh, okay. But he apologized.
yeah,
He was like, sorry, Gamora, I don't want to do this.
yeah.
And you're like, oh, well, I guess he liked her. That's nice. Okay. So we'll see how we do.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we'll report back next week to see who got the most right.
And if we did well, it's just proof that you don't have to go to the movies to,
You don't.
to
Just watch a couple trailers.
watch
on a
some
big TV.
trailers. Keep your pulse on Twitter, and then you're set.
So looking ahead, I have 2 trailers.
Ooh, ooh.
First one is an Apple TV original movie coming April 21st.
I was just wondering if you wanted to, go out sometime.
You want to get a coffee?
Now?
Yes, now.
I'll just hang on.
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be.
Her name is Sadie.
Who wakes up next to you?
I mean, I know this sounds crazy, but I think she might be the one.
I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you.
She really is great. You'll see.
Any word?
She ghosted him.
I bet she isn't even seeing your text.
She does travel a lot for work.
Go to her.
I'm going to London. See, you get it. It's a grand romantic gesture.
Yeah, that is amazing, mate. 5,000 miles to surprise a girl who you've only met once, especially if she's the one who ghosted you.
No, she didn't ghost me. She just doesn't have an international calling plan.
Oh, right.
Where am I?
Oh, God, you have the wrong guy? I'm a farmer. Wait.
Good work, Cole.
Sadie. Who are you?
CIA.
So confused. They kept asking me about the tax man.
They asked you about the taxman.
They think I am a tax man. You're the tax man.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. You got me kidnapped and tortured all after one day. I swallowed a rock.
You're the one who flew to London.
It was a romantic gesture. Get every bounty hunter on the continent. I want her alive.
This is bigger than you and me.
Didn't it ever occur to you that he could be a foreign asset trying to compromise your mission?
Who the hell are you?
I'm the boyfriend.
Do you trust me?
Is that a joke?
All right.
Wow.
Good find, huh?
Yeah,
I saw that
that's
this
really
morning.
good.
I'm in.
Yeah. I thought it was a rom-com, and then boom.
Not gonna lie,
Guns,
I
actions.
saw the first 15 seconds on like Twitter, and I was like, "This is stupid," and then kept scrolling. So I'm glad
you, like-
I'm glad I got to sit down and watch the whole thing.
What if it was a stupid rom-com and I was like so pumped about it? I'm glad that you bit your tongue for my sake, thinking that I was excited.
I was just like, "Yeah, I'll sit through the Ghosted trailer. Why not?"
Yeah. Right? No, I
yeah.
thought the same thing. First like 15 seconds, I was like, "Oh, this would be cute," and then the twist.
Yeah. The biggest thing going against them is they're gonna have to convince us that Chris Evans isn't an action star.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, look at this dumb guy. He doesn't know how to do anything." And it's
Yeah.
like, that's Captain America. He could punch that
I was
guy.
just gonna say that. Don't you see some of these characters or actors now or actresses, and you like want them to just be like turn into them like their superhero selves, even though it's not that movie.
Right.
You're just like, oh my god, be Captain America right now, and you're good.
Right.
I guess maybe that's why some people want to leave Marvel. Because
Yeah.
they're like, I
Right,
don't want
'cause
to
they're-
always be known as
Right.
Captain America.
Or who plays
like-
Hulk? What's that guy's name?
Mark Ruffalo?
Mark
Yeah,
Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo's just in like a serious movie. It's like, just Hulk out right now. What are you
Be
doing?
the green guy. The green guy would help you so much right now. But I
You
mean,
can control him now.
right.
Just do that.
Captain
You'd be all
America,
set.
and then he was the bad guy in The Gray Man, and that was still like an action. Like
I can't imagine him. Oh, he was the bad guy.
Chris Evans.
I thought you meant Mark Ruffalo. I was
No.
like, I can't picture
No,
that.
I don't think he'd ever be a bad guy. But yeah, and Chris Evans is still like beefed up in this movie. So like, I don't know, good luck trying to convince us.
I mean,
Convince us
he
that
was like kind of like doing some action stunts.
yeah, towards the end.
Right.
But at the beginning,
Gets
you're
his confidence
you're telling me he can't Captain America can't slide down the side of a cliff for a little bit
Right.
Right.
It's true. Without swallowing a rock.
without swallowing. That was
That got me.
a funny line, and then you repeating it out loud was funnier.
I love when people repeat funny lines. It always makes it funnier to me.
Sorry, I didn't even mean to. I guess I'm
No,
glad I
it's
did.
added to it. Yeah.
It genuinely like makes it funnier. Because like if I like sometimes I'm like that wasn't like funny on its own, but then
Right,
when
right,
someone
right.
repeats it, I'm like, oh, that was kind of funny.
I don't know if I'm good or bad to go to a movie with, but I feel like I have a lot of reactions that are sometimes like vocalized. Like a
think-
Transformers movie, you're gonna get a lot of like, oh my god.
I think it helps because you're
Like,
like,
did you see that? Sorry.
I think it helps because then you appropriately react to that thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
Because
that was-
same thing. I thought the line was kind of funny, but then you repeat it, and I was like, you're right. That was a really funny line.
Good comedic timing.
Chris Evans, great delivery.
The few times I've gone to the movies with my mom recently, she just like will fully like speak out loud. So like when we saw No Way Home,
But is it
I'm
like
trying to
is she like
think.
saying a question? Because I feel like, not that your mom, I don't know if she does this or not, but sometimes I feel like people are like, what did that person just do? And you're like, I don't know. We gotta just watch it.
Well, sometimes she does that, but in theaters, it's usually literally like I think she forgets she's saying it out loud, so she'll be like, "Get up, get up! You gotta get out of here."
You can do it.
Behind you, man.
Or like when, spoiler alert, Aunt May died in the new Spider-Man movie. She was like, "No, come on, they wouldn't do that." I was like, "Mom, you gotta stop." Like we all agree, but you can't just take it down a notch.
Steven Spielberg could be in the theater with us.
Yeah, you don't want to ruin it for him. Okay, so that's April 21st on Apple TV. Just another reason for you to get Apple TV.
Yeah, I have a list. I have a list now. Tetris, this, Severance, probably some other thing I forgot.
It's pretty good. Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
I just finished the first season of Severance, and apparently there's only one out right now. So good.
Oh, you like
gotta watch it. It is like
okay, wow.
unreal.
Shrinking. I want to see Shrinking.
Oh, right. I want to start that.
Shrinking.
Has Harrison Ford
and
the guy from How I Met Your Mother.
Jason Segel.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Okay, the next one. Very different. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, coming to theaters August 4th.
90s kids will get it.
I mean, talk about saving the theaters.
Stay still. Stay still.
No. Oh! Let's try that again, but with ninja stars.
Hey, why did we pick a fruit shaped exactly like my head?
Just stop talking. You're ruining my concentration.
You're fine. Chill. He's gonna die.
Wait, did you hear that? What was that? Well, nothing we can do. You guys want to grab pizza?
Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it? What the heck are those things? They look more like little Shreks to me. Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
Oh, we've prepared our whole lives for this.
Can I kick it?
Oh my, I'm gonna be sick.
Leo, what happened? Is Donnie bleeding?
It was an accident. Mikey, watch out!
So you were baby turtles who made contact with mystery goo.
Well, we prefer the term ooze, but yeah.
It's like more like, it's just nicer.
It rolls off the tongue better, yeah.
Ooze. It's nice, right? It's ooze.
Paul Rudd.
Wow.
Post Malone.
Here, I'll lean out of the way for a second.
Ice Cube, John Cena, Rose.
Hannibal Buress.
Carlo Esposito, Jackie Chan.
Maya Rudolph. We're just saying all the names.
Right. Just out of order.
Just so you can see if you can't read them.
I mean, if Spielberg doesn't go and see this one, I don't know what he's doing.
Right? What I like about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is they're like supposed to be like kids, and
Right.
they're ridiculous and like
Right.
like riffraff, like dumb. Like,
Right. This feels like the first time that they're actually teenagers.
Right.
Like the two live action
Yeah.
ones, it was like, yeah, they're called Teenage Mutant Ninja
Like
Turtles,
that's
but
what
they were
teenagers
four
would do
men.
with ninja stars and like
Right.
daggers is like get like stab themselves, like
stabbed.
throw it through like trying to make a video, like throw it through the thing. Like I don't know. That's just kind of like playful silliness is like seems like they captured that really well.
And they actually sound like teenagers.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big step up.
Even
I
if
feel
they
like.
end up like fighting this big bad guy or whatever,
Right.
like at least that part of it of them just being
Yeah.
like goofballs is in it. Like, well, nothing we can do now. Let's go get some pizza.
Yeah.
Are you going to see this in theaters?
Probably not theaters,
me.
but I do want to see it.
I think he was laughing the most.
They got me like every other line. Yeah.
Yeah, the animation is cool. It's like
Yeah.
drawn,
The 3D,
kind of.
the 3D looking like 2D kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
I'm assuming
cool.
it's 3D. But yeah. I'll go see it. Yeah. I remember renting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies from Blockbuster back in the day.
Yeah. Did you see the? I think there was Michael Bay. Did you see the live action one a couple years ago?
I saw that one.
When was that? 2015.
I don't know. An eon ago at this point.
Well, that was kind of interesting, but that was very try to make it all realistic.
Right.
Obviously, because it was live action, but this is
Was Megan Fox in that one?
Yes, she was. She was.
Hey, if it works, don't try to fix it.
She was April. What's the reporter's name? April Showers. April Storms.
Crazy.
Sunny Storms. Oh, she was the reporter.
Just April. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I guess it is just April.
I saw there was one that came out when I don't know which one this one, but it was I was in elementary school and I saw that one in theaters, and that was a big one when I was younger, and I think that was the last one I saw.
Oh yeah.
But I was a big.
There's some older ones that were kind of weird, sort of, because they had
they in
costumes.
the suits.
Yeah,
and
like
the
suits.
mouth moved.
Yeah.
Oh,
and those ones were strange. These last ones were complete CGI.
Yeah,
and that worked, but it was whatever. And I like that it's back to animation, but a cool style.
Yeah. They've been trying to get this right for years.
Yeah,
I'm excited for this.
But seriously, my biggest thing that I'm looking forward to is the goofball silliness of it, because I feel like that's what they're all about.
Right.
Good pick.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, so that's it for us. We'll get back to you on the Oscar results next week.
Mm-hmm.
Until next time.
Peace out.